Welcome to the Options Exchange. Today is Monday, January 8, 2024, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be going over our 0DTE trade for today. We had two trades today, the first one being a loss or a little bit over 1x and the second one being a win for a play that expired worthless. Looking at the chart today, these are the most important things that we need to look forward for the week, especially that we are entering earnings season. The first thing is that we finally broke this downtrend line on the 5-minute chart. We broke it with a lot of force, going upward towards the 47.70 resistance level. Also, there was a gap fill area that was there prior to the fall to the sell-off that we had in the beginning of the year. If you look at the 1-hour chart, we are breaking out of the range that we were trading in the 1 hour, and we are currently in top of the range that we are trading in at the close of today of 47.63. The big takeaway of this that we need to be aware tomorrow is this head and shoulder formation, which we are currently creating the right shoulder of the head and shoulder formation. 47.70 area would be the right shoulder, so we need to break this 70 area and get over the head in order for this head and shoulder not to be valid. We also have to pay attention to the VIX. Any sell-off here from the VIX going to about 1270 would give us further upside on the SPX. Any bounce at this area here towards back to the 14 or 1350 area will give us a confirmation of this right shoulder sell-off on the SPX. Looking at the other time frames at this time, starting with the daily, we can see that we finally are in the upper range of this daily chart. We bounce off the support and we are coming up to the all-time high, which is in top of the range. On this chart, the positive part is that we finally getting some accumulation on the oscillator, so the bounce is valid so far. We were also able to get over the 20 MA and the 9 EMA on the daily chart by a lot. We broke up with force, so that is very positive for price action. Looking further down, we can still see that the buyers are trying to take control as they never crossed down under the sellers on the session, and now they're pointing upward again, but we need momentum to start building on the histogram so we get over the zero line, and we also need these moving averages to start getting back together and do a cross in order to a continuation of price action higher. We do have higher highs on the volume, which is good, so everything right now is looking like a positive event for the S&P 500 to go higher and possibly to make new highs for the month. The right shoulder of that 1-hour chart is what is the big concern, so these will be the levels that I will be playing tomorrow. We have the 65.70 consolidation area from the past, which is going to act as resistance, so any breakout above the 70 level will probably continue to rally higher to go at that 47.90, maybe 4,800 area of the S&P 500. We closed this gap here almost to the T. We ended up hitting the gap and coming down a little bit, but still a very positive candle. So levels that we have to look for now moving forward tomorrow and the next day would be the 47.50, which is this area here. Then we would look at 47.45, which was a long time support that later became resistance, and now it looks like support again. Also watch for break off 47.30 or 47.32.50. More or less will makes us go to 4700. Once we start getting to these level again of 4700, we need to watch once again if support holds. So tomorrow at the opening bell, if we're able to maintain above 4770, the play for the day would probably most likely be a PCS with continuation of the momentum going up with the buyers. Any failure up here and a massive rejection that goes under 47.55, then a possibility of a CCS will be a safe for play as long as you're able to stay under the 47.75 area or the high of the morning. It all depends on how big of a support or how strong of a support this 47.55 is, so you have to pay attention to that. But overall, this is a bullish close and it looks like the market wants to go higher, so we need to be diligent on what we're seeing and how to make the proper plays in order to achieve the goal that we're achieving for 2024. As far as the plays are concerned, here is our spreadsheet of how we are doing today. We took a loss of $1,775, but then we backed it up with a win of $1,275, so basically our loss today was $500, so we took a $500 loss today after alerting on the live floor the 47.65, 47.70 call credit spread for 85 cents. I hope you are enjoying the service that we provide at the option exchange. We hope that you are educating yourself in order to become good traders and profitable traders when trading 0 DTE as SPX credit spread. We're here to help and to mentor, plus guide you into success. We are here to teach you proper skills and discipline in order to trade this volatile market. We will see you in the morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time at the opening bell, and you all have a great night.